Is your mom or dad going to make the same mistake that my first client did? I had a client who came to me after her husband, a successful executive, died. She was distraught by his death. They had 2 children who were in their 20s. The client had been a housewife for the last 30 years and had kind of let herself go. The husband had a simple will and left everything to his wife outright, unprotected by a trust. A few months after she got control of all that money, she started dressing well, she lost weight, she had her hair dyed, and she started living her best life. Then, believe it or not, the next thing I know, she married the stonecutter who carved her husband's headstone. Her children came to me about a year later to see if anything could be done. It seems that the new husband had started some crazy business venture with the wife's money and lost most of it. At this point, there was nothing that could be done, and the children lost all of their inheritance. This is a classic example of what happens if you fail to plan. What would you do if your mom spent over $100,000 shopping on QVC, as one client of mine did due to her dementia? My name is Pat Micek, and I concentrate on estate planning and elder law in New York State. So you or your parents can leave your assets to your family and not the nursing home or a second spouse. One of the most common questions I get from clients concerned about aging parents is, what happens if mom or dad needs long-term care at home or in a nursing home? Chances are 3 out of 4 that they will. People routinely lose the entire value of their estate because they haven't planned for this. And again, their children lose all of their inheritance that mom and dad worked so hard for. But this doesn't have to happen at all. Just recently, we represented clients where the husband had a stroke in his mid-60s. They were looking at a lifetime of potential round-the-clock care. Care that would quickly use up all of their available cash assets. Then they would have to sell their house to pay for the care. He could easily live another 20 years and they eventually would be totally impoverished. This would leave the healthy wife with nothing to live on in her older years. These people were looking at losing everything that they had built up over their lifetime. Once I was retained, the solution was easy. We protected all of their assets using a flexible trust with them as their own trustees. They were then in a position to apply for the free long-term care aids that New York offers without losing any of their hard-earned assets. If this wasn't done, all of their assets would have been lost to them and their children would have inherited nothing. Today, the clients are secure in knowing that when the time comes, they can receive free long-term care aids to care for either or both of them in their own home. And they know that they will never have to go into a nursing home. Best of all, they can retain their same lifestyle for their whole lives and pass their assets on to their children with no loss at all. Look, I know that no one wants to talk about death or incapacity, but it's a part of life. But if you plan ahead and protect your assets, you can ensure that you can maintain your assets and live out your days in your own home and not in a nursing home. I'm Pat Micek, an estate planning and elder law attorney and managing partner of the law offices of Patricia G. Micek, PLLC, and I look forward to helping you.